everyone, this is a quick short video. I'm gonna unbox this, which is called Je Reviens from Worth. It's an old bottle, a 30ml bottle of perfume that I got in a job lot. I got it with a gigantic bottle of Lomfric's Panache, which I'm really enjoying, and I think the whole thing was 20 quid. So there was 3 bottles of perfume, this, the Panache, and another small bottle of Yardley Sweet Pea, which was used. And so yeah, this is very easily available and can be found very cheaply on eBay, etc. And I think I have smelt, and I think I had an old bottle that was half used that I got on eBay in a different job lot a long time ago, and I ended up getting rid of it. It didn't smell that great. It might have been off, I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna open it up and just see what it's like. For something very cheap, I think that it just could be fun to see if it's decent. Fragrantica seems to have quite good reviews for it. So let's turn the camera around and let's get started. Okay, here it is then. So we are going to undo the cellophane. There it is, without the cellophane. Got some detail inside the box. That's quite cute. Looks like a little cherub. Very cheap plastic lid. This comes straight off, and there is the bottle. So I wasn't expecting it actually to have black there. So put the lid on just for a sec. Yeah, it doesn't even, like, you couldn't really hold it by its thing. Yeah, so it definitely looks cheap. Let's see. I'm gonna spray it on the back of this hand here. A few sprays. I can smell it in the air. In the air, it smells peppery floral. I'm gonna let it settle a little bit. It is an eau de toilette after all, so I expect a high alcohol content, not to mention how cheap. I believe it was a cheapie even at the time. And as I say, there's tons of these out there on the secondhand market. Okay, I'm smelling it now, and it smells very yellow. I do recall that it has a narcissus, and I definitely get that daffodil kind of feel from it. It's very floral. The florals are somewhere between powdery and creamy. It feels like sunshiny kind of yellow florals. So narcissus, maybe a touch of ylang-ylang, a little hint of green in there, sort of mixing in a plant-like green smell, not like a galbanum, so not that dry green smell, but more like the stems, a little bit like a florist shop. You know, have you go into a florist and you can smell the beautiful flowers, but you also smell the stems at the same time? A little bit like that. It is really pretty, and it doesn't, to me, it doesn't smell particularly cheap. It doesn't smell like the bottle that I had that I think was probably just off. I feel like I'm definitely getting lots of notes, so it's kind of complex, very much floral. I'd say it's musky, has this powdery musky feel. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a touch of iris in here, adding to that powdery nature. A little sharp, so I think there's aldehydes. I believe that I'm smelling aldehydes, and definitely the kind of sharper, fizzier aldehydes that are a little bit almost like hairspray-ish. Sorry for the shaky hand. Overall, I'm really impressed with this. For how cheap it is, it smells really good. There's so many modern fragrances now, to me they really don't smell good because they've been ruined with these very popular aroma chemicals. That's just not my taste. It might be yours, so I'm not trying to be offensive, but I would much rather smell like this than the majority of those mass market niche fragrances. I don't know what the performance would be like. It feels kind of light and fresh, as you would expect from an eau de toilette. So it might not be a particularly strong perfume, but who cares for the price. It's I'd say it's happy with a slightly austere edge. So it's not sunshine in a bottle, but it is a little bit sunshiny in a bottle, but it's a British, it's a British happy person. You know, we don't necessarily show our emotions too strongly over here on this island. Yeah, there is definitely a sharpness that it might feel a little too sharp for some tastes. The sharpness does feel like it comes from aldehydes. It could be also coming from florals. It's a lightly sweet perfume. It's definitely not something that those of you who have a sweet tooth, you probably won't find it sweet enough. It doesn't feel like there's any added sugar, any added caramel, any added vanilla or anything like that. The sweetness is coming from the florals. There's possibly some citrus in here giving it a little bit of a lift. Ultimately, it is more, I think it's more powdery than it is anything else, but it's not mega powdery, because it is balanced with this sharp sort of freshness. I think I will list the notes on the screen so that you have them for reference, but I wouldn't say that anything massively stands out. It's a floral, a yellow floral with a fair tinge of green, but it's not really green, and a bit powdery. Possibly going in a chypre direction. It's difficult to say at this point, but I have to say, it's, for the price, I think it's really good. Thank you for watching.